Hey everyone, it's 2026. I'm getting my kicks. Come with me for a patio pondering. It's been a while. Gonna put my fluffy socks into my little Icelandic slippers. And out we go. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. So, where the place is that I'm at is that the whole we get to be me now is the point. My slogan for being a narcissistic abuse escapee has been, in my past videos, if you look at my files and playlists, I get to be me now. I get to be me now. Meow, because I'm a cat. And my upbringing didn't allow me my own self-validation or individuation, so I've had to spend my entire life healing. And that's the point, I guess. But now, isn't it time to have fun? So I'm looking at my creations, and I'm in this neat little patio. It's an urban patio. And I have my way with it. This is my incandescent light that I get to plug in. So I'm inviting you to my space here on YouTube. I'm gonna have this video up for a short amount of time. I'm going over to Patreon so I can do these intimate patio ponderings where I talk about my life in depth, or I do another presentation, because YouTube no longer deserves to have me there full time. Not as an honest person that has a soul. And I have been down so many paths and so many rabbit holes and rabbi holes that I'm not going down them anymore. Lo and behold, my candle just dropped as if by emphasis, like a candle in the wind. Marilyn Monroe was manufactured. She didn't grow up to be that. They found somebody that could be easily manipulated, who really wanted to be loved. Essentially, she was a victim of narcissistic abuse, and the system of Hollywood is narcissistic. So she died early because she didn't have the strength not to succumb to her vices. And vices in our reality can be labeled as such if they're addictions. But if you look at it as your body doesn't really want you to do that. So this is the year of the body. And this is the year I get to have my kicks. So it's about getting your kicks healthily, like with health in mind, not with reckless abandon to get your kicks with things that aren't good for your body. You have to have things that are good for your body to get your kicks in life, if long term. Okay, that's a big point. Because the truth of it is, you are only in a prison if you don't know how to make it your own Shawshank Redemption, in a way. Shawshank Redemption, that movie about the innocent man that went to jail, and he made the most of it, didn't he? And then he got out eventually when he realized that to dig through his own soul was to go into the shit and to really look at the sewage and the waste products that he himself has created. So I have done that. So I'm sorry, first husband, for being so hard on you, for being such a empty space keeper. I know it was hard on you too. But between the two of us, I really tolerated much more. Not that I'm justifying my, I'm not taking my apology back. I don't think that he actually understands. So I apologize to his soul, not to his body personality. No way. He wouldn't get it. Why is she apologizing? I was the one that was a dick. I'm the one that went to Amway and told her she was negative because she didn't come with me to the hotel with the baby and the toddler and stay for a weekend rather than at home being able to nurse, change the diaper, let the other kid play without worrying about germs, having the child-proof the entire home, being all stressed out, hearing people yell and scream at all hours of the night because they're at their Amway conference. I'm like, what? I'm negative? I'm a negative Amway wife because I'm not going to go to some darn conference hotel with a nursing infant and a child only 17 and a half months older than the infant? What? So you see, I get to be me now, and that means I get to tell the truth too. And that's what it was like being his husband, being married to that kind of husband. He was such an idiot. And I wasn't safe with him. So in my brain, in my neuro system, I realized he wasn't safe for me. I couldn't be arrested because then he got us into debt. When I met him, he was in debt. I got him out of debt by not asking for alimony or child support or anything for 2 solid years. And I left and I didn't ask for anything until they started pulling the old "we've got rights and you don't" routine. And I go, we need to have a official document that says things that are obvious to the law, but not to women like myself who knew the poor bastard needed to get on his feet. And also I wanted that poor bastard to get on his feet because I have children with him. So unlike other spouses that want to take everything away, I wanted to give him, and I gave him too much. So for 2 years, I signed everything over. Our equity in the condo. I went away with a Tempo, a Ford Tempo, in 1997. And it was used. So that was what I left with. He kept the condo and all the equity in it, and I did that purposefully, see? I wanted my children to have stability with him. And I knew he also was the kind of person who would do eventually fine, but I was no longer wanting to tolerate his anger. I no longer wanted to tolerate being mistreated. I no longer wanted him to throw anger darts at me because he wasn't happy with himself. To everybody else, what's this crazy woman with 2 children leaving this man for? To my own self and neurotransmitters and the ability to actually not want to kill him, I had to leave. I wanted them to die on their way home in rush hour, and it was 35 miles per hour, bumper to bumper. You know, it's like every discussion we had was always a problem with him. I go, why can't we just have discussions that are neutral? Because they can't. He was the kind of narcissist that rather than getting angry at me and storming off and becoming violent like the other two, he would just implode and become confused and angry and shut down. And I'd be like, what the heck? I mean, we're just trying to have a conversation. We want to talk about facing certain things that need to be faced. So let's write it down on paper, come to an agreement. But he was a child, like so many men, I'm guessing. So that men need to be raised right. Something's wrong with our culture. Men, would you please start men's clubs? Go your own way long enough to tell each other good stuff about how women can be loving. But you guys got to step up at the effing plate. So anyway, I'm past all that. But whenever it comes up, I'm going to talk about it. Whenever it comes up, I'm going to talk about it. It's my prerogative. It's my story. But my focus in 2026 is to actually enjoy just my creations and to dream about what I am interested in doing next. And where my interest and fancy will take me, because after all, that's all we have in life. Money and saving it is not the object of living. Now, if you can go do things and save money too, I would consider you a very fortunate person. But for me, it's either or. For now. But eventually, I think that I'll get my kicks actually being able to complete those manuscripts one at a time so I can get my books out. Like a chicken. I'm a chicken. Book. Yeah, I have to get through a whole lot of programming. I have to see what's out there and then go, whoa, my stuff is just as good. In fact, mine is exemplary. You know, get over my denial of my own achievements and my own abilities, but also, I'm not the end-all be-all. I know that. I know I'm not the greatest. I know that. I know I'm not the smartest. I know that. I know I'm not the most cunning. I know that. But what? It doesn't mean I can't have fun in the playground, you mother effers and cock suckers. I get to have fun in the playground. I'm not a cocksucker, by the way. I was a father fucker. I did, is it fellatio? When a woman tantalizes a man's organ with her lips and tongue without doing the blowjob, because blowjobs are for whores. Or for women who feel like they have to perform for a man for his love. Blowjobs are for whores. They get paid. That's why it's called a job. It's right there in the name, ladies. Imagine that. Right there in the name. So, yeah. I just love these doves. I know they're stupid, but they're fun. I throw down seed and I get to see them. And it's part of my enjoyment of life. And whatever everybody's soul path is, we're all here for different reasons. And so for a materialist to judge a person living in a patio urban apartment in the city as if I'm poor. I'm not poor, I'm very wealthy. I am. Yeah, I have so much more to accomplish that I recognize that the whole programming that you retire at 60 is stupid. However, I now realize for myself personally, it's when I got free. And I think 63, which is my age now, is when I finally have become recognizing that I get to choose my own reality. So it's that choose your own adventure concept, but it's getting to be myself now. I get to be me now. And it's really looking at what my gifts are and what I enjoy doing in life. Oops, my foot. It's stuck. I have happy neighbors. I really like that. They live across the way. They're always having a good time with the windows open, so I enjoy it. So I live in a happy neighborhood. And I get to see the sun rise and the sun set as I so wish. I'm not too far away from the ocean, so I get to go and eat mermaid food. So what I am telling you is that I thought one time, okay, we have to get somewhere, we have to attain something. And I kept feeling like I wasn't there yet, until I realized I am here. I'm me. And so just to keep doing more of it and being more of it, and not focus on outwardly, not focus on you have to have this much money in the bank, blah, 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 you have to have this, you have to have that. I don't have to have SHIT if I don't want it. You know? What, you're going to force me to buy Amway food? Heck no. So Amway was a good example of like, you don't have to limit your choices in life to what the design is of society. It's important to know it and understand it. But if you're like me and you're so far out of the game of what it is considered to be set, I have to continue to live in faith. There's no other choice. All right, lots of love and wishing everybody golden memories in life. And I do still use the golden light. And I'm not talking about the golden cage of the New Cage religion. No, it's my own light that I've experienced. Talk to you soon. Hopefully you have your own patio ponderings. Yep, the object is just to be us. Be who you are. And then more of it.